Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another installment of Tin Man's Corner channel. I'm your host, Jeffrey Tin Man Taylor, and today we're by my movie and Santa Claus shelf because I wanted to show you guys my top 7 Rankin Bass films. Now, these are my favorite picks. Now, and to be honest, there's some other Rankin Bass films I like, so I don't have all of them on DVD. So maybe in the future I might update this list too. So without further ado, let's get from the bottom favorite all the way up to the top. And that would be, hold on. Alright, I'm back. I had to reshuffle the order right here. So, alright, my number 7 pick, Frosty's Winter Wonderland. And I know what you're thinking. You putting Frosty down all the way at the bottom? Not technically true, but anyway. I got another Frosty movie in the pile, but anyway. I put this one down at the bottom because technically it's kind of a shorter film in a way. But it's Frosty and I love it. But this film introduced Frosty's wife, Crystal. And Jack Frost was trying to steal his hat, but Andy Griffin was the narrator in this one. But I love the storyline. I said I saw it all the time on TV. I said I had to get it on DVD. And this was the remastered deluxe edition. That's why it's got this cover art on here. I don't know why they put Frosty wearing a red and green scarf, and you know in the movie's wearing orange and yellow. Just to make it more Christmassy, I guess. But anyway. Number 6, Little Drummer Boy. And to be honest with you, I haven't been watching this one here lately. But maybe this year I might watch it again, but I haven't seen it in a while. But basically it tells the tale of how he traveled all the way with his animals to go see the birth of baby Jesus. I heard there was a part 2, but I haven't seen that one, so I might look out for that to add that to the collection. But like it says on the here, original, on the case, an original Christmas classic. I agree with that. Alright, here's my number 5 pick, Frosty the Snowman. And I know what you're thinking. Well, how come you put the other one down lower? Well, you can't beat the OG original. So, this is the original Frosty. And this came with the case with the Frosty. Well, this one's got Frosty Returns in it, but it also has the other movie, Legend of Frosty the Snowman, in like a 2-case edition. So I was glad to get all 3 Frosty movies in one case. But then Frosty's Winter Wonderland, and I just thought about it. Now I don't have Rudolph Frosty's Christmas in July. I need to get that one. But I hate that evil magician that was in here. He's trying to get his hat back. Hey, it didn't work for you. It worked for them, and you want to get it back. And Santa had to pretty much tell him, if you write, I'm sorry what I did to Frosty 100 times or whatever. It might have been 1,000. But he said you may find something in your stocking tomorrow morning. He said, a new hat, maybe. I said, Santa knows how to deal with naughty people. But anyway, yeah, I love the story. It was heartwarming. But to see Frosty melted, oh no, that's sad. Alright, my number 4 pick, The Miser Brothers Christmas. I love this story. It's basically a sequel to A Year Without Santa Claus, and which I don't know why I don't have that movie, but I got it on the this favorite Christmas classics DVD set. I need to get it on separate DVD, but anyway. But basically, this story is how Snow Miser and Heat Miser are still bickering back and forth with each other until finally Mother Nature put them in their place, because then Santa was testing a new prototype sleigh, and one of their little scuffs basically threw their little tit for tat throwing snowballs at Heat Miser, and Heat Miser throwing heat blast over at the Snow Miser, caused Santa's sleigh to wreck. Well, when you find out it's actually their older brother, the North Wind, that calls him because he wants to be Santa. And I'm going like, no. He don't look jolly enough, but anyway. And he wears a purple Santa suit. I'm like, that's his choice. But anyway, he's too, their brother's like too, what's the word? Like so mean and everything. And he wanted to rule Christmas and he don't need the elves and reindeer. I'm like, he's a little big of a humbug right there. Anyway, and when you look at him right here in the back, I don't know if you can see him right here. That's him. I always thought that his face almost looked like a cross between Jay Leno and Donny Osmond. A little bit, but I know it's funny. But anyway, where was I getting to? Okay, well, Mother Nature brings them boys into the North Pole so they can help fix things, and maybe they could deliver the gifts because Santa's back is out. Well, everything was going good until one of North Wind's little henchmen caused a ruckus and made it be blamed on both of the brothers again. And then finally the elf had to say, well, none of you, it was sabotage. And then they find out it was their older brother, or the North Wind. But they got everything straight and they came together and delivered presents on time, since Santa had to get out of bed and try to do it himself. But this is truly one heartwarming story, and then a story about forgiveness between each brother right here. I think the animation style was better in this one since it was modern, nice, and the puppetry looks better. But anyway, you can't beat the original You Were Out of Santa Claus. So number 3, Jack Frost. Basically, Jack Frost was like, getting tired of being immortal or something, and he found this girl that he really liked, and he told old man Winter about it, and he said, I'll tell you what you do. I'll make you mortal, and you go down to find her, basically, and then, marry her, and make sure you have enough wealth to, support a house and family, like financial, basically. And he'll let him be there until, like, he dies or something, basically, like a normal human. But, as you know, it didn't work out that way because he had to change his name to Jack Smith just so he wouldn't be, eye-daunting or I knew it type of thing. But she ends up falling in love and marrying a knight in gold and shiny armor. Like, she couldn't even wait until he got back to tell her. But then he couldn't, he sustained a castle and a horse, one of the metal horses, and some wealth, but he couldn't get the girl, so he ended up turning back to Jack Frost and went back up in the skies. So he has to be Jack Frost forever, basically, the snow bringer, basically. But truly a remarkable story, and the songs in here are pretty good too. And I highly recommend this one. Now, this is just Jack Frost, the person that brings a lot of snow for us, not the evil, twisted Jack Frost in Santa Claus 3 or any killer snowman. But anyway, not that Jack Frost. Alright, I'm going to go over to number 2. Alright, this is sort of a toss-up, so my number 2 has got to be Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Truly a remarkable story. We used to watch it every year on TV, which I think they stopped airing it. I don't know who owns the rights to producing Rudolph on the TV, but Rudolph showing himself as a misfit, as well as Hermie the Elf and some other toys that were not liked. And to be honest with you, I kind of looked up with Rudolph because he saw himself as a misfit. Sometimes I did too, because I'm a giant guy, so I kind of looked up to him as kind of like an outcast of his kind, basically. But he becomes a hero towards the end. That's what I like about Rudolph right here. And he's one of my favorite reindeer of Santa's. But anyway, that's my number 2 pick. Number one is Santa Claus is a-coming to town. Sung and narrated by Fred Astaire himself. And it pretty much does its own story on how Santa became to be, basically. When he was a baby, his family members just dropped him off because they couldn't take care of him. And he had a little necklace that says Claus, like he was like part of a Claus family. Well, the Burgermeister, Meisterburger, that is a weird name. I'm just being honest with you. I said you could have named that guy something else, but anyway. So basically, he says, get him out of here because he ain't like the whole kid-friendly type or don't like toys. He'll ban or burn toys if he sees them. So when he was telling his guy to take him to the orphanage, the sleigh that he was carrying him on broke and the wind took him. And I said, I'm glad they did because, being in an orphanage being no fun or anything wouldn't be fun. Or no play, in other words. But the animals found him and hid him away from the winter warlock and took him to these group of elves called the Kringles. And basically they raised him and he became an honorary Kringle, Kris Kringle. And then, they make him the red suit and he's spreading joy to the townsfolk. But he becomes an outlaw by doing it. So he marries the school teacher, Jessica. She becomes Mrs. Claus and they move up to the North Pole. And basically, then years later, he grows a beard. So, love the story. I love watching this one. But anyway. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed my top 7 Rankin Bass films. Now, I got plenty more favorites, but I don't have copies of them right now. So, whenever I do, I might rearrange the list. Like I said in the last top favorite Christmas video. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe for more content like this. As always, this has been another successful installment of the Tin Man's Corner channel. I'm your host, Jeffrey Tin Man Taylor. I say that's a wrap. And have a Merry Christmas to all of y'all. Alright? Bye-bye.